Hey guys, this is your Empress D from Empress Empire, and I am here with a message. I want to ask God, the universe, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and ascended masters to come through and help me deliver a message for you. I was doing my rosary this morning, and halfway through, I just had like this great smile on my face. Like I was literally smiling with God and God was smiling at me. And it made me a little emotional, like teary-eyed, but in a happy way. Just like how he's so good to me. How have I overcome all these things without a scratch? So I'm saying this to say, like, we gotta really appreciate and give thanks to God for how good he is to us. Regardless of your shortcomings, your obstacles, your situation, whatever it is, I know that you can find that relief of how good God has been to us. We survived. If you're watching me, we survived the pandemic and many other things that we have encountered throughout this lifetime. And we should just be so grateful and happy to be here. I know you guys hear that a lot, like, oh, you just gotta be grateful and happy. But some days you feel it more than others. And it's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. God got you. He'll never turn his back on you. He never turned his back on me. And regardless of what they say about tarot and how some people, they finally put their cards down and they go and realize that God is the way and all this stuff. I feel like my journey with tarot is completely different from that, because I had a strong relationship with God first. I saw him work miracles in my life first. I knew that he was there, and I knew that he approved what I was doing because it was presented to me at a young age. And I kept being drawn to it no matter how much I wanted to get away from it. Like I got away from it, and I for a while, when I was going through the darkest moments of my life, I wasn't dealing with tarot. It was a pause there. And when I finally settled in to my new life, God said, I'm gonna bless you with a space so you can do this practice, and I'm gonna be right there with you. Okay, and we're gonna kill those myths. Sometimes you just can't pick up something because you see somebody else doing it and you figure, oh, I can do that too. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's different. For me, it's something that I was drawn to, that it was my job, that it was part of my spiritual growth, my spiritual journey, my duty here on earth. It's part of my mission, doing these cards, giving these readings. And I noticed that when I give readings of, elevating yourself and growing and things like that, people don't really want to hear that. You know, people just want to hear what is the DM doing? What is my partner? When am I going to meet love? And when am I going to Tarot is not only for that. Tarot is so that you can see things from a different perspective to help guide you make better decisions in life, to give you like a little bit of clarity. And a spiritual advisor will always tell you to follow your intuition because everybody's journey is different. It's almost like we put a little gas in your car, but you're driving it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna turn and brake and go, and you know what I mean? So I feel it's very important when you listen to readings and just explore tarot, that you exercise it from a place of just clarity. Don't base your decisions on what readers tell you. You have to follow your gut. You have to follow your intuition. We are just a vessel that the higher power uses. I mean, there's vessels that are from the lower energies, so you got to be careful for that. You got to use your discernment in order to select a person that you can trust, that is being guided by the Most High. You know, it's important. And yeah, I'm here for you guys. And if you guys want a personal reading from me, my email should be in the description box, I believe, or in the About Me section of the page. I did take a long, extensive break from doing personal readings because of that rat race. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like people rat racing in tarot, and I want another reading now, and tell me what's gonna happen with this, and tell me what's gonna happen with that, and that's why I can answer questions. You know, I can dig the tea, dig the dirt. I could do it. I can do it. There's no question. However, I know that that's not the part that I'm supposed to specialize in. You feel me? I can do whatever. I can look into how the person feels about you, and what are their intentions, and what is so-and-so saying, and what is, you know, sometimes in my personal life, I can literally fucking hear what people say about me. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. But that's why I took a break off of doing personals and just, you know, putting out these daily reads as they come. I don't pre-plan any of them. I don't put a title before I create the reading. I do the reading first, and then I put a title on it. Whatever comes out, that's what comes out. I think one of my readings had like an intention because I felt like it was okay. But everything else is like freestyle on the fly. You know, that's how I like it. Because I like divinely guided. I'm not gonna pre-plan my readings because you guys want to hear about the DM and what he's doing and what the karmic, oh my god, the views on the issues with the karmic is just crazy. Why do we give a fuck about, you know, sometimes obviously the messages come through because spirit wants to talk to you and tell you, but what is the obsession with, you know, that other person that's so dark and low vibe, that has such low self-esteem and so many insecurities. Like, what is the fucking beast with that? With the karmic, with the karmic, with the karmic. You know? The DM, he chose the karmic. Like, that's because it wasn't for, it is not for you. Maybe it's not for you at this time, or maybe it was just not for you at all. Everybody's not on the twin flame journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's like, oh, the karmic. Everybody's not on the twin flame journey. Everybody does not get to experience that type of connection. That's selected people. Everybody has like piggybacked on this DMDF shit. In order to understand it, you had to have gone through it. You have to have felt that, and you had to have accepted that this was part of your growth. Because everybody's worrying about what the karmic is doing, but ladies, the twin flame journey, for whoever has gotten a chance to experience that amazing but painful thing, it's mainly to point out something about you that you have to fix. It's to point out something that you have to work on. It's almost, it literally cuts you open. It cuts you open. It's a wound that you thought you closed, and you healed it up and you stitched it. And then when this person comes along, it's like, ugh. It opens it up and it highlights all your insecurities, all the things that you thought you knew but you didn't know about yourself. Because in a way, this person comes and they reflect that on you, or they highlight it. You know, like with a highlighter, they highlight, you know, certain things. And it happens in different ways for everybody. So it's not always the same story for everyone. You know, I love growing my channel and having supporters. But I do want to say, if you follow my channel, every single reading that I put out is not for you. I like divinely guided things. I love the support. No question. And I know that with this mentality, it will take longer for my channel to grow, because I'm being open and honest. I'm not gonna fool you and you know, try to be like, yeah, watch all my videos and click like and da. No. You know, I even feel shy asking you to subscribe. I like that if you like my content, if you feel my vibration, that you click on it. I like that if you like the video and you was feeling it and it resonates, for you to click the like button. That's what I like. That's how I feel that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I like that if you see that if you know, are have my notifications on and you see my title and you feel like, oh nah, that's not for me, I'd rather you pass. I'd rather you pass and not watch it, because you don't want to confuse yourself. You don't want to go and watch something that is not for you, and then your mind is racing 1,000 miles a minute and you're like, wait, but I thought this and now I see that. You see what I'm saying? I've been that type of person that I've had certain opportunities and people are like, go, you need to go, you need to do that, you need to get. I don't like that. I like everything to be divinely guided, and that if I feel the push to pursue something, I go. I go because God is the one guiding me at all times. God, the universe, the universe is part of the energy that we put out, right? Returns it to us. God is the boss, right? Universe works with God to give you back the energy that you put out, to assist in bringing things to fruition that you think of in your mind, right? Then we got our angels, God's little worker bees that watch over us, that we all have a guardian angel, or you know, somebody that looks out for us, depending on our mission, right? Because there's different angels. There's angels that, you know, assist you with healing, Archangel Raphael. There's angels that assist you with fighting off, you know, lower vibrations. That's Archangel Michael. And you know, angels that help you get organized and motivated and help you push forward. That's Archangel Metatron. Like, different type of, you know, energies that you can work with that are closer to God than we are. Then we have our ancestors, which are our spirit guides, right? They lived before us. They carry our DNA, and they could also be spirit guides that watch over us, right? That want the best for us, that prayed to God for us. And they watch over us. Our loved ones will always watch over us, right? Our loved ones are the spirit guides, and the ancestors are the ones that came before them, that carry our lineage. Then we have our ascended masters. Ascended masters are people like who? God, Jesus. He's an ascended master, right? He came here, he proved the point, he got her done, and he ascended. Like, let's say, how about Mother Teresa, right? She was a iconic spiritual figure. She came here, she completed her mission, she ascended, she didn't come back, right? And many others that have been saints or devotees of God, and or just people that have completed the mission, the people that have come here and reached the highest level of consciousness, understood why they were here, it was completed, and they ascended. Like, you didn't have to come back down to live another lifetime, right? Because and you know what, that's exactly my goal. That's exactly part of my dream. I want to become an ascended master. I want to come here. I want to do all the work that it takes to ascend and not come back to earth again. I literally want this to be my last lifetime. I feel like all the lifetimes that I've had have beat me up, beat me up, beat me up, beat me up. And I kept getting up, getting up, getting up, getting up. And finally, in this one, I'm not going to get beat up. I'm not going to get shut out. I'm going to do what I've been trying to do for lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. And I was doing this in prior lifetimes. Maybe not specifically tarot, right? This is a tool. This is a gateway to take me to the next level, right? Maybe not specifically tarot, but maybe guiding others, right? To be free-willed and follow your heart and not fall under anybody else's rules or statistics or, you know, culture. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm sorry that I talked for literally 20 minutes. But I just feel like I needed to get that out of my chest so my subscribers could really, you know, feel what I'm trying to do here. And I do have a podcast. I haven't posted in a while because I've been so busy with work and the house and my son and everything. You know, it's a lot. But I do have episodes on there about, you know, I do curse on there. So, I mean, I curse here, but you know what I'm saying. But, you know, if you're interested, that link is definitely in the description box below. And we see the number 1, root chakra. The red flower, the power. It stimulates your passions, supports your sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as in the physical world. Right? This is what I literally feel. And this is what I want my collective to feel. That grounding, that stability, that self-assurance, that power within you. That has to be rooted before anything else. In the 3D world, in the physical world, that means your food, water, shelter. Right? These are fundamental things that have to be in place before you even think about anything else. And this is exactly what I felt when I went back into tarot. When God told me, okay, you have a space to do this now, of peace, tranquility, clarity, and security. I feel like you can't do this type of work if your life is not in order. You feel what I'm saying? How can you guide others when you're lost? And that's what people have to look out for in this type of community. Okay, you can't guide others if you're lost. Maybe you could extend words of encouragement, but the energy, okay, of a guide has to come from a powerful place that I have rooted. Okay? And I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you my life story, but one day I will. One day I will, and you're gonna understand. Power. Power. How are we pulling out chakras from this whole thing? And I think that I've talked about this in a video prior about the chakras, because a lot of people say, oh, chakras is not of God. And nobody said it was. Nobody said chakras was of God. No, chakras is just the balances between your physical body. Right? Your emotions, we hear this from doctors. Your emotions control your body. Stress controls your body. Right? Stress brings sickness and illness. Emotions also. How you're feeling. Remember, like when your hormones are out of whack, when you stress, you get acne and all this type of things. Right? So that's what chakras are. Chakras are like sensors in your body that you have to keep in alignment, right? In order to feel balanced. We all want to feel a balance in our lives, right? We want to feel a balance between home, love, and our bodies, our family, right? We all want to have that balance in those things so that we can feel happy. So I feel like chakras is just like a little guide to balancing you out and rooting yourself and believing in yourself. This is what I feel from this chakra. When you believe in yourself and you say, I can and I will. I can and I will. I'm feeling balanced, mind, body, and soul, and I will do this. I'm grounded, I'm rooted, I'm ready to go do what I need to do for myself to take it to the next level. The flower of life supports our sense of self, our personal power, our willpower, as well as our knowing to who we are and what our contribution is to the whole, right? So when you balance this, when you believe in yourself and you're like, I'm gonna do this because I can, because I feel like I need to, that's how you contribute to the world. Because we all know that there's so many things going on in the world that we can't help everybody. We can't. It's impossible to help every single person in the world. Everybody that's hungry, everybody that's homeless, everybody that's a drug addict, everybody that's lost, everybody that has been abused. It's impossible for one person to help the whole entire world. So what do we need to do? We need to help ourselves. We need to help ourselves so we can put our little grain to the world. By bettering ourselves and doing what we're supposed, by following our power, by getting grounded, being a contributing member to society, and exercising our willpower, with that we help the world. By doing what we feel that we are called to do, we help. Don't ever think that you're like insignificant in this world. No. It's almost like they're giving me an example of work, right? And at work. Let's say the data entry person at work. The data entry person at work has really no status, right? They really have no title. Like, meaning they have a title, data entry, but like meaning, they're not a supervisor, they're not a manager, they're not a, they don't go to all the meetings, and they just enter data. But what you're doing is gonna reach all the way to the CEO, CFO. Without you entering that data, what they're gonna talk about in the meetings, what they're gonna base their reports on. They have to collect data. That's why I feel like, the janitor, the cooker, the maid, everybody is special. And not everybody was born to be, whatever. Some people were just born to do, certain jobs because it's part of their journey. And they're gonna learn what they need to learn for themselves while they do that. So never feel like, well, we have the right to feel we could be doing more. We have the right to feel that we can be doing better. But if you feel grounded and you feel like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, then you're contributing to society. And I'm not saying to be mediocre. No. Because everybody has their opinion. Some people are, some people live in third world countries and they don't have half of the shit that we have, and they feel grounded and they feel like they're contributing to their society, to their village, to their tribe, to their people. We're all special. We all are. You see? All these dots. We are all these dots. Okay? All these dots. If one of them is off, the grid cannot light up. You know what I'm saying? We all play a special part here on this earth. No matter what you're doing. Belief. The frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents and a strong connection to source. So when we exercise our gifts and talents and we believe in ourselves, we're automatically connected to source, because who sent us here? God. He is source. He sent us here. He created us at the perfect time, from coming out of that certain person, right? Getting those two people to meet and create you. Giving that your mother the power, the strength and the power to carry you and bring you here. And then when you come here and you exercise your gifts and your talents, that's how you pay God back for what he does for you. Right? Like some people, we say like, oh, God is above us. God is above us. We need to worship. We need to worship. We need to worship. We need to worship. No, we need to pay him back. We need to pay him back. More than worship him. We need to exercise what he gave us. That's how we pay him back. That's how we worship him. That's how we show him that we believe. Yes, God, I'm going to take this talent that you gave me and I'm going to use it. Thank you. You're the bomb. And the more you exercise this talent and the more you tap into your gifts and your self-worth, the more connected you are to him. Because that means it's almost like when they hire you for a job and you deliver, you're earning your keeps. Healing. I'll be honest with you guys, I really feel like I'm gonna get to this point of being a healer. I don't feel like I'm ready yet though. I don't feel like I'm ready, but I know that it's coming and it's scary. But I know that God is gonna put me where I need to be when I need to be there, so that I can, execute this to the best of my ability with his power, of course. But the frequency of healing supports our ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. Okay, and we got 1111. We got the number 1111, 111. Universe is present here. And I feel like this card is saying, you know, there's several types of avenues that you're going to receive information from for your healing, right? Like, let's say you listen to a reading, or you listen to something on the radio, or you go and see your doctor, or you go and talk to your mother, or there's different components that create healing for us. And I could personally agree with that, because healing just doesn't come overnight. Healing comes from connecting the dots. Healing comes from acknowledging certain traumas that you have hidden, connecting that to the way that you are, seeing how that has, what that has taught you and where that has put you in life. You know what I'm saying? That's part of your healing. So some people be like, oh, you know, I want to heal from this and I want to heal from that. And when you have a sickness, I'm not saying you have a sickness, but this is an example. When you have a sickness, what do you want? What do you want? You want to find the root of the problem so that you can heal what's going on. Sometimes we think we just have a headache, but there's something that's provoking the headache to happen. And you want to find out why. And that's just an example. But the point is that there's several stages. Okay, there's several stages, and there's a lot of things that you have to go through in order to really heal from the inside. Because there's a moment where you know, you're feeling powerful, you're feeling sure, you're feeling like you can charge ahead and do whatever you want, but that trauma is underlining in there, and it might come back up again. And then you gotta go through the shit all over again. And that happens to a lot of us. We get into the same type of relationships. We get the same type of things happening to us, and we think like, what am I doing? What is going on? And it's just that you're not healing the cause of it. You're not looking deeper. You're not connecting the dots. You're just seeing what's on the surface. Like I said, like when you have acne, it's usually something that's going on in your body. You know, and you need to find that out in order to correct it. It's the same thing applies to life. And I know that probably everybody can't come and, you know, sit through this whole video, but hey, I got time today, and if you are still here, I love you very much. And you are loved by God, and He sees what you're doing, and He knows that you're trying to grow and heal and be a contribution to the world as a whole. So kudos to you. Allowance. The frequency of allowance invites us to open to whatever comes our way without judgment. without opinion, without fear, without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. And that's what I was saying when I was talking about we got a lot of chakras, crown chakra. And that's what I was saying when I was talking about, you know, when people tell me, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, you know, I like the flow. I like to allow the universe to show me, to guide me, right? And that was part of my healing. That was part of me finding my grounding and my power. And I know that it can work for you as well. We got 3-3. Wait, why did I see 3-3? Let's get some more energies here. Maybe allowing yourself to be patient and to plan. And number 7, develop, trust yourself, be open, trust the guidance, and allow the guidance that God is sending you. Okay? Don't be that person, okay? That's like, but where? But how? But tell me. Yo, cause that be getting on my nerves. But where? But how? But tell me. But tell me more. Like, does God come down and tell you anything in your face? No. We have to be open to receive. We have to allow. We have to believe. You understand what I'm saying? Like, after this reading, if I tell you and you're resonating, and if I tell you, you have to allow and be open, because God is going to send you messages. I see it coming down here in your dark days, right? In your happy days, in the nighttime. They're going to send you messages. That is when you say, God, I know you want to send me messages. I know you want to guide me. I am open to receive. You will get them. If you believe, it's anything that you believe in. You know, that's what counts. What you believe in. I feel also, I keep hearing the building your faith. Allow yourself to build faith. Faith are like pillars that hold us up. That help us grow. When we have faith and we believe in something, I mean, if you don't have faith and you don't believe in anything, like, let's say you're an atheist, or, you know, you just believe in what you can see and all that stuff, I really personally have no judgment against that. You have the right to believe what the heck you want to believe. But I will tell you this. you're missing out on the magic all around you. Life is magical, no matter which way you put it. Okay? The fact that we can grow from a little tiny, almost invisible egg and form fingers and legs and body parts and eyes and nose and freaking hair, like, that's magical. Some people might be like, oh, it's called science. It's magical to me. How does the body repair itself? How does the vessel that God gave us, how is it so resistant and resilient and so magical and so powerful and so full of energy and just like, wow. And how it's like he put the food on the earth as well so that we can eat it, and our vessel, like, oh, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, how come there's herbs and things that are on earth that actually heal us? It's like, wow. Like, we were put here with all the resources that we need to survive. Now society has come along and convoluted it for greed and power. That's all. That's all. But if we were allowed, I feel like we're living in prison. Like, we're free, but we're still in prison. And then there's people that are in prison on top of prison. If we was to just be allowed to live off the earth and discover the wonders that God has left here for us, the world would be a magical place. Not this dark, greedy, envious, toxic, deadly, you know? I feel like a lot of the crime and all those things that have happened, that are happening, because they haven't stopped. The sex trafficking, the children, whatever, and all the stuff that they're doing. I feel like a lot of it comes from desperate measures. There are people that are just fucking plain sick. There are people that are just plain sick because they haven't healed their wounds and their traumas, and they go on to project it to everybody else, and they bring pain and thing to the whole, right? But I'm sure that God planned for this, because if, you know, Lucifer, he wanted to have his own party. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm not gonna work for you. I want to have my own party. I'm gonna betray you. I'm gonna be greedy. And what's the way to get people to come on my side? You know, how do I build my following? You know what I'm saying? By going against you. Because I'm sure that with God, you have to do the right thing to get good karma, to have him help you and bring you messages and power and healing and all those things. But Lucifer said, you know what? I'm going to make it easy for them. And I'm going to show them, you know, how they can get it without all this mumbo jumbo, without working for it. I want to show them the easy way out. And you know, people gravitated towards that, and that, if nobody would have fell for Lucifer's games, then we would have been living in a different world. Who knows? But it is what it is, and now there's a battle between good and evil. So those that have the strong faith and believe, I'm not saying that they're going to be the richest. I'm not saying that they're going to be the most acknowledged. Because you don't get acknowledged around here if you don't, you know what I'm saying, do some shit that favors more the other side than God's side. But hey, we know that. But how do we feel inside? That's what matters. And when you feel validated by God, when you talking to him and he puts the biggest smile on your face, there's no better feeling than that. When you know that you're good with him, that you're good in his eyes, that when your day comes that he calls you up, you know that you're gonna see him. You're gonna see him and he's gonna open the door for you, okay? Literally. He's gonna open the door for you like, hey girl, you did good down there. I got this nice comfy chair for you up here. I got this nice plush throne for you because you went down there and you did my work. You used a tool that people associated with darkness and you brung me through there. God is where you want to see him. Not where people say he is. Where you want to see him. Base chakra. What are the odds? Again. And I feel like if you're struggling with those essential things like paying your bills and things like that, I feel like when an opportunity comes your way, no matter, remember we was talking about, like lower positions in the workplace and stuff like that. No matter if it's a low position, if it's a low paying job, I'm not telling you to settle and be mediocre. No, I'm not telling you to do that. I know you want to go for that high paying job, for that promotion, for that whatever, but you got to start from the bottom. This is the ground. This is the bottom. Any money flow is good. Okay? So if you've been struggling with getting on your feet, have no fear. Don't resist whatever is presented to you that feels divinely guided. Even if it doesn't look like the best option, but it's being given to you so that you can create pillars to hold yourself up. Okay? You can't build this overnight. You can't be this strong overnight. So if you're struggling with getting on your feet, with feeling balanced, okay? Because I see the word allowance and it almost feels like, oh my God, that job is like an allowance. Not like the big figures. But you know what? That's when you say, God, I'm going to take this and please guide me. And you're going to see that he's there. That he might not give you everything that you want, the way that you want it. But you'll get it. You'll get what you need. You will get what you need. Okay? I went from a $60,000-$70,000 a year job and took the biggest pay cut after I had worked so hard to build these pillars. And I had fear. When I had to walk away from that, I had fear. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do now? Um, my pillars are going to fall apart. But I went through that right there. I took little low end jobs with no judgment, right? With no opinion. I was just like, okay, what you want me to do? Fine, I'll do it. Even though I have a career, even though I have a title, right? I wasn't that person that was going out and being, oh no, that's too little bit. I can't take that. Oh no, that's below my status. I can't take that. I didn't do that. I was a humble ass. I was as humble as it gets. And what did God do for me? Because I trusted him when he told me to walk away from that. That chasing the money wasn't going to bring me nothing. It wasn't going to bring me nothing but stress. I did a podcast on that. It was my birthday rant. If you want to listen to that birthday rant, I talk about my journey with that, with the leaving the job and everything like that. And guess what he did for me? He put me in a position where I expanded my tranquility, my peace. Is amazing. To the point that I could take time to do this. You know what I'm saying? I could take time to do this now. When I was making that money, I didn't have time for this. There was just no way. I was too tired. I was too depleted. I was too stressed. I had too many reports. I had too many things to do. I had too many people to call, too many phone calls, too many emails, it was crazy. And God said, I'm not going to let your pillars fall. Girl, just believe in me. Just believe in me. And that helped me with my healing. That helped me realize that everything that glitters is not gold. That helped me realize that it's just the way that you see things that matter. That's all. Well, we gotta take that one. That one stood up tall, huh? Choosing wisely, but choosing what? Choosing the light. Okay? Because maybe this path offers you, right? This path offers you something. Okay? This path is tempting, but you're not 100% sure. This path is demanding. It's telling you what to do. This path looks uncertain, but this path looks for sure. And we see that the nature is going that way. And nature is God. Okay? Through this path, you're going to rise like the phoenix. And we have here 7-7. Right? That's about growth, building, planting seeds that take time to grow. Y'all, I grew, my parents, they planted a pineapple. Yo, let me tell you how it's been 2 years. I don't know if it's the soil, whatever, but let me tell you how it's been 2 years. And this pineapple is like this big. Like that big. And I'm like, yo. But you know the satisfaction that I'm going to feel when I eat that? Because it took years of watering and, you know, tending to it and cutting off the little dead leaves and watching it grow and You know, it's a sad, believe me. I mean, like I said, I don't know if my soil just sucks, but when I tell you that I will respect the price of a pineapple forever, for real, because it takes some time to grow, right? It takes some time to get to that level. You feel me? These pillars have nothing on it. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning of what God has for you. Okay? Imagine when you get to this and you get to thank him when you're in this position. Huh. When your family is in this position. When you feel in your full power, healed and ready to conquer everything. And guess what? On the way there, you're going to bump into him. You're going to bump into him. You're going to into him in people. You're going to bump into him in emotions. You're going to bump into him in problems that come your way. You're going to bump into him with people that are problematic. That people that want to take you away from the light and the key and the path that God has for you. And when are those people gonna, when are those people, those emotions gonna come? When you feel defeated, when you feel like you're falling, when you feel like you're losing. So when you feel like you're falling and you feel like you're losing, that's even more when you gotta hold on to God. And embrace the changes and be patient and plan for the future, for your rising. Don't let him fully consume you. Don't let this energy fully consume you and make you miss what's being given to you by God. When you feel a little defeat or when things don't go your way. There's always a little glimmer of hope in every situation. Nothing happens just because it happened. Yeah, sometimes we make the wrong choices, right? And certain things happen. We got a lot of chakra energy. I feel like this is trying to say a temptation in sex. Okay? Don't allow the temptation to have sex, the temptation to feel pleasure in any way, whatever way you don't allow the temptation to feel momentary. I'm not cooking anything, but I smell food. So maybe some take pleasure in eating, maybe overeating, maybe, being consumed by eating. But I also felt just saying weight loss. Weight loss. Some people are struggling with weight loss because of the things that they eat. And then they feel defeated, and then they feel like, oh my God, I failed. So check that, But also in sex, if you don't have a partner, if you're waiting for somebody, and God has a key to unlock love, real love for you. Don't be derailed by things that look very tempting. Right? So that could be an overall message, like don't be derailed by things that look very tempting. That could be somebody that looks very scrumptious and delicious, and you're like, oh my God, that would feel so good to be with this person and blah blah blah. But then you're gonna If you let yourself get consumed by this, you're going to face defeat. And also, if you are tempted to eat certain things that bring you pleasure and blah blah blah, they're saying sugar, when you get on that scale, you're gonna feel defeated. You gotta have balance, right? And we got 1111. We got so many ones. We got 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, like infinite ones. Infinite. You will have infinite tools and guidance from the universe. I feel like this is the balance card, but it's also it also has the magician vibes here, and also balance between, you know, your work, your money, and your what the activities that you do, your love life, your communication, your intuition, your clarity. They're gonna bring you, you know what, I see something here. I see these two male entities, right? Male figures, male presence, whatever you want to call it. And I see somebody that looks very muscular, right? But they also look like inflamed, right? They look like inflamed. And then we see this physical body that is also muscular, but is very toned. Yeah. So it is imperative, right? Because we heard that ambulance passing. It is imperative that you notice the difference between something that looks good and something that's balanced. Like I said earlier, everything that glitters is not gold. Everything that glitters is not gold. So you might, you know, be attracted to somebody that looks very good, but they're inflamed. They're filled with toxicity and probably even sicknesses that have lured them away from God and from the light. They said they're stuffed with shit. for better words, full of shit, right? So full of shit. And this person is also obsessed with the material world. This tempting energy that could be around you, that could be approaching you, that you've probably had maybe sexual encounters with as well. This person is full of shit. They're full of toxicity. Okay? And the universe is coming down to send you grounding so that you can feel balanced and strong to resist this temptation when it comes along. Right? To stay searching for the light, looking for the light, to stay connected to the higher source. Okay? The spiritual world is going to intervene. Okay? Maybe this person tried to take control over you as well. Maybe this person tried to what I was gonna say, take control over you or try to manipulate you, or that's what I was gonna say, they wanted you to do what they wanted you to do, right? It was like their agenda. But I feel like this situation, whatever it was, it really highlighted things that you needed to heal about yourself. Like you needed to start from zero and be like, no, I'm not going to tolerate that. I know that God has something better for me. I'm going to try to stay a balance. And no matter how much I feel defeated, I'm going to follow the light, right? We got three. Look, here, obviously we have the word light, reaching for the light, right? That's going to bring you your completion. That's going to help you graduate. And then we see in this difficulty and defeat, we see a candle here, the light. And then in this card, we see a guide towards the light, right? So whoever this person was, as you can see, the face is distorted. It was trying to reach for the light, but it got consumed by the dark energy and temptation, sex, power, right? Maybe part of your healing was to help you realize this, and to realize that you can't really dabble with toxic, lower vibrational individuals. And the universe, the angels, God's workers, they came and they intervened. They're like, listen, we're going to give you all the tools so that you do not have to settle for this at all. You're going to receive pleasure from other things. Listening to your intuition, spending meaningful time with yourself. Meaningful time. Meaningful time. Not you saying, oh, I'm lonely and I don't have nobody. No. What you mean you don't have nobody? All you have is yourself. There's nobody that's going to be more loyal to you than yourself. There's nobody that knows what's best for you than you do. There's nobody that can feel what you feel in your body but you. Let's remember that. We don't need to have someone by our side to feel completed and validated and you know, accompanied. Having a partner is a bonus. Having a partner is an addition. It's not you. You need to be whole and complete by yourself. You need to be comfortable with being by yourself. Because guess what? You were born by your damn self. You were born by yourself. You wasn't born with nobody. I mean, some people were born with twins, but that's, you know, it is what it is. But you yourself, your twin still have, if you have a twin, your twin still has to live their life and you still have to live yours. Unless you were born conjoined, then that's extremely rare. So you get my drift, okay? I'm gonna go, because if not, I'm just gonna keep going. Cause I could just keep going. I'll be cutting these videos short, but I could just keep going, because, you know, people's attention span is only a couple of minutes, and when they don't hear what they want to hear, they just take it off. And but you know, God put this in my heart today, and that's what I'm doing. Hope. Again, the light. Again, the light. And you know what? We're going to end it with this. But we're not going to end it on a negative note. Because again, we have the number 7. So we can look up, if you want to Google 11111, whatever, and if you want to Google 777, you can do that as well, because I see I see so many ones in this reading, and I see the 3 7s. I see 4 7s actually. But understand that this person and other people, this is going to arise. These emotions, these feelings towards you are going to arise when you are working for the Most High, through the Most High. Remember, Lucifer, he wants you to be on his team. You feel me? So there are going to be people that are going to side-eye you. There are going to be people that are going to try to deceive you. There are going to be people that are going to tell you there is no hope. What are you talking about? If I don't see it, I don't believe it. But guess what? Because they're jealous. Because they're jealous. Some people wonder, how do you do it? How does this person go through so many obstacles and has to start from the bottom and all this stuff, and they're still happy and they're still prosperous and they're still growing and they're still expanding, no matter how fucked up they seem to have gotten? People envy that. You know, a lot of people, they don't envy. You might think that people envy the clothes you have, the car you drive, the house, the man you have. But the one thing that people envy the most is your confidence. Your power. Your belief system. That you're not shaken or broken. Okay? That you're healthy. That people love you. That people give you attention. People envy that. So don't only think that it's how you look and what you have. No. A lot of people envy who you are. You give hope to others. You have this divine protection that people don't understand. So we got temptation, deception, and envy. So be careful for those things. Temptations, people that seem too good to be true, people that don't show their true colors, they envy you. People that try to tempt you to do low vibrational things, they envy you. Because somebody that loves you, right? You ever seen like the drug dealers? They're dealing with low vibrational stuff, but they won't dare let nobody know where they live, let nobody see their family, and none of those things, because they love their family and they want to protect them. So they don't want to drag them into that lifestyle. They don't want to drag them into that energy that they live. So the lower vibrational activities, they keep them a secret. You know, that's what people do when they love. But when you got somebody trying to tempt you into engaging, when somebody's full of shit and they come with a mask on and try to act like they're all healed and doing well and they love you, but meanwhile they're either making you feel bad about yourself, making you doubt your path, tempting you into doing low vibrational shit, trying to figure out what's going on with your life, trying to use you for something, right? Your intuition has to be on point when you're God's child, because I mean, we're all God's children, but you guys understand what I'm saying. Because they will try to come for you. They will try to come for you. They will try and recruit you. And then say, look at so and so, she ain't that good. He ain't that good because he did this and this and that. Look. See what I'm saying? And also, we tend to trust people because we trust ourselves. We tend to believe in people because we believe in honesty and loyalty and, you know, elevating and growing and expanding. So we think that we can sometimes help these kind of low vibrational people. But you can't help somebody that doesn't want to be helped. And you definitely can't help somebody that's trying to come and destroy you, to defame you and take you off your path. So I'm gonna leave it there, you guys. I know that it was long, but if you reach the end of this video, you're in for some good shit, for real. Because I feel so good today. I feel like God is, I mean, I always feel like God is with me, but today I feel him like even stronger than ever. Like I said, I was doing that rosary and he just put the biggest smile on my face. That it brought me to tears. You know, and sometimes I feel so happy and content in my life. Most of the time, I would say. You know, we have our human moments where we're sad and shit and things like that, but overall, you know, I feel so good about my life and, you know, where I'm going. And it's an amazing feeling to feel that God is right there with you. That you don't have to cry and beg him no more. Because that was me. That was me. I was crying and begging to him for a long time. Until he showed me, I'm here, girl. What you think? I know you haven't been perfect, but I know your heart. So I'm here with you. You don't gotta beg no more. You just gotta thank me. And pay me back by using the gifts and the talents that I gave you to put your little seed on this earth. And I'll see you when it's time. In the meantime, you get out there and do what you gotta do. I love you guys. Thank you for those who support my channel. I'm extremely grateful and thankful, and send tons of blessings and love to you guys. And I will see you in the next one. This is your Empress D, signing off.